And here we go. We are officially live for today's coffee talk, and super excited to jump into this topic today and really talk about how to get excited again. You might be thinking to yourself, well, Scott, how does this help me grow my business? How does this help me in any part of my life? Well, who wants to do something that you're not excited about? And there's probably come a time that, well, you might be thinking to yourself, man, I got to show up again. It's becoming a grind. We don't want that. So that's what we're going to be talking about here today. I think it's important. And, well, I just wanted to also say welcome if you are brand new and you're showing up here for your first ever coffee talk. And we're actually calling this little group of people that show up here the Take Action Morning Crew. Yes. So if you show up here at least more than once or twice, you're part of the crew. You got to show up a couple times at least. So anyway, just wanted to welcome everyone that's coming on right now. I'm going to give it a few minutes here just to make sure that we're connected and that YouTube has sent out their notification and Facebook. And yeah, we can make sure that everyone is here. You should be here because, well, if you are part of the morning crew, you're probably setting either an alarm or you are just showing up because you're like, oh, it's 10 o'clock. I got to meet with Scott. That's what I want it to be like, guys. This is our coffee talk and a lot of cool things happening here. Also, I wanted to say that there's something really, really exciting, something big that's happening Monday, May 11th. That's coming up, by the way. And I am going to be sharing that here this weekend before that episode airs. That episode is going to air on the podcast on Monday. All right. And I am going to announce it here. And I haven't decided if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. So you might want to come to both Saturday and Sunday mornings. Okay. 10 a.m. Eastern time. And we will go ahead and we'll talk about this big change and what it means and why did I struggle for so long about this big change. So we're going to talk about it because I think it's important that as we're building a business, growing a business, whatever, there comes a time that you start to question things or you're starting to feel like, you know what, there needs to be a change. It's kind of what we're going to be talking about today is when you feel like, you know what, this isn't exciting right now to me, or it's lost its sparkle, or it's lost its excitement, right? Like, I mean, that's the biggest thing here. We're looking at excitement and what gets you up in the morning, what gets you out of bed, what gets you fired up. And what we need to realize is as we grow, we also grow as a person and we also grow as far as what we want. Everything that we do is a stepping stone or a ladder to get to where we want to go. So you can't ever look at it like, well, I just wasted 5 years or I just wasted a year. No, that helped you get to where you're going. So always remember that. All right. So let's see who's in the house today. I'm going to go ahead and look down here at the comments. And oh, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, I'm going to go ahead and put our playlist right here for coffee talks. And if you want to go back and watch or listen to those, you're going to find them right there. I'll also drop them in the description, in the YouTube description. And on Facebook, well, I'm not really sure where they show up other than on my Facebook page. So just be part of the Facebook page. Make sure that you have set the notifications so you have that. Karen's in the house. What's up, Karen? Good morning, Scott. Coffee in hand. Well, let's do a cheers. Cheers. Happy Wednesday. I almost forgot what day it was. All right. So who else we got here? Justin from Australia. What's up, my friend from Australia? Akabar, what's up? Good morning. Diego. Good morning. Diego, I don't know if I've seen you at one of these. So welcome if this is your first time. Troy, what's up, brother? How are you doing, man? James, what's up? Morning. Started listening to your sessions and think they're awesome. Awesome, James. Well, thank you and welcome. Really good to see new faces here today. That's pretty awesome. Jennifer, yup, notified. Awesome, Jennifer. Glad to have you here. Akabar, it's 3 p.m. here in England. Wow. Okay. So we're in England today. We're in Australia. Justin, the Take Action Midnight crew for me. That's right. Cause it's midnight there, right? That's crazy. Morning, everyone. Estela, what is happening? Salama is here. Jennifer is here. Deborah, good morning to you. Derek from Atlanta. You guys are awesome. Hassan, what's up, man? How are you doing? Josh, what's up? What's up, man? And then Rebecca is in the house as well. And yeah, so if you guys are tuning in, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me live. If you're here on the replay, you need to be here live so we can actually hang out and we can jam together a little bit. All right. So, all right. Josh says Nashville here. Awesome. Okay, cool. So let's talk about this. And then I want you guys to answer some questions here. Again, I don't want this to ever be about me. I want it to be about you. I'm going to share things with you that I'm experiencing or things that I've experienced, but it's ultimately about, I want you to be able to get value, and I want you to be able to go out there and take a nugget and run with it. All right. So let me go ahead and pull up my little notes here. I always got my little notes. Yesterday's episode, by the way, or session or coffee talk, was pretty darn awesome. I mean, I went on longer, but man, the faceless brand topic was a pretty solid topic, and we'll probably be doing more there. But I just want to say that thing was really, really good. Like, we had a blast, and there was a lot of great questions. So always make sure that you go back and watch or listen to a coffee talk. You'll see the topics, and then just choose one that is suited for you right now. All right. So let's talk about this. Getting excited. How to get energized and get excited again. What I want to ask you right now, and I want you guys to drop it in the comments. What are you excited about right now? Like, I don't care if it's a hobby, a passion, or maybe it's something you're working on in your business. What is something that you are excited about right now? So this is our first exercise of the day. All right. This is an exercise. I want you to answer that in the comments, because I want to see, and I want you to actually see for yourself. Because a lot of times we don't ask ourselves that. What are we excited about? I don't know. What am I excited about? So we want to think about that. The other thing I want to point out here is it's amazing when we ask ourselves questions. When we ask ourselves questions, we get answers. Our brain automatically kicks in. Oh boy, we got to answer that, right? So if we ask questions, it's really, really powerful. So I'm going to force this on you in a good way, in a loving way, because I think it's really, really important. So what are you like? Oh my, like, you wake up in the morning and you're just like, you're excited, right? Like, what is it right now that you're excited about? So I want to see what you guys are saying in here, and I'm going to wait till you guys put these in here, because I want to see. Okay. So we have, hey, Alejandra, travel. Hassan says travel. Okay. You're excited about travel. Are you traveling yet though? Or are you excited about eventually being able to travel again? List building so I can serve, Salama said. I love that, by the way. And we can always dig in deeper on that, because you started with list building, and list building is going to allow you to connect with people, impact people, and make a difference in your market. So I love that. See, it's not about the list building. It's really about what the list building will do for you. I love that. So that's awesome. Let's see here. Excited about starting a business. Okay, that's awesome. And I think that is always a start, because if you're excited about that, then it's like, okay, now I got to do the work. So the one thing, James, that I would love for you to do is figure out what part of starting a business are you most excited about. And we can all say, well, it's making a whole bunch of money. Well, the money is going to give you a result, right? Or it's going to allow you to do something. It's not necessarily about the money. The money allows us to do something, but what are you really excited about as far as building the business? We need to figure out ways to get excited about the build as well. And I generally just love seeing growth. So I love seeing new things happening. And as entrepreneurs, we always love new. The problem is then we start to get shiny object syndrome, right? So I'm glad that you shared that though. And that is exciting. It's always exciting. I'm excited right now. Let me call a timeout here. I'm excited right now for this coming Monday, which has been, oh my gosh, it's been on my mind for about 2 years. And I'm finally doing it. I'm announcing it here. I'm telling you guys that I'm doing it. So it's going to be real, right? But I'm super excited. And once I do that, I'm going to be so excited. But 3 years ago, I wasn't thinking about it because I was excited about the other thing, right? So you got to find ways, and you also have to recognize what it is that you're excited about. And does that lend itself to where you want to go? It's always the question. So that's really cool. Let me see here. Okay, cool. I'm excited. My brand that I have created through Brand Creators Academy. Awesome. And for some reason, I can't see the Facebook user here. So if you can just put your name in there, I'd love to know who you are that's posting here from BCA, our Brand Creators Academy Tribe. Let's see. I want to create my own brand web page funnel. Okay. So again, you want to create that. That's what's exciting to you. But then also let's take it a step further. What are you excited about that the result will give you? What are you looking to do with that web page, right? We got to dig a little deeper. Becoming more active in BCA. Deborah, what's up? Hey, you can always do that. And you know what? When you're ready, we're ready. That's how we always look at it. I'm excited that I'm filming video 4. Yeah, and Troy, I watched a couple of your videos yesterday. Brilliant, dude. I'm telling you, I love it. You're going to get even better and better. And your first 3, great. Now, I could give you some tips. We'll do that inside of Brand Creators Academy just because that'll be a whole nother discussion. And I would love to do that for you. But I think you are, the hardest part is getting started and press and record. And you've done that. So boom, kudos to you, man. All right. Akbar, building my business, learning and reading and getting in better shape. Those are all great, exciting things. Let's see. Diego, excited about OCR and sharing this passion to others. Okay. You know, again, you got to find that thing that drives you and that lights you up. It sounds like you got it. So that's awesome. Jennifer, really figuring out how to do the online coaching and using the tools available, even though it's intimidating to me and I feel very slow. But are you excited about it? Are you excited about learning the process and then implementing the process and seeing the results? That's what you need to kind of look at there, because what's going to get you excited every day? Because the one thing that I've learned is consistency, committing to something and then being there consistently. How are you going to do something consistently if you're not excited about it, right? So we have to figure out that way to get ourselves excited about it, okay? Josh, got my first blog post up. Looking forward to keeping the momentum. That's the key. First, now the second, then the third. Don't overwhelm yourself. Create yourself that calendar and stick to it. All right. 1 per week, maybe. Just stick to it. What is the day? What is the time it's going to air or that's going to go live? So make sure that you do that. Karen, we are in the 3rd week of a 6-week content push to drive traffic to the website. Excited about results, but not the work. Okay. And that's fine. My next question is going to help with the not really excited about the work. We'll talk about that. Justin, excited about building a business from scratch. Okay. I love that. Excited about creating my new website about healthy eating and continuing my social media agency. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you're excited about health, which is great. And then you're excited about sharing that. And then you're also excited about your business, which is social media agency. So sounds like you're on the right track there. So that's awesome. Jennifer, getting healthier and helping others. Love that. The one thing I want to call another time out here. Whenever we come from a place of giving and not asking, it becomes easier. It's hard to do because when we're starting a business, a lot of times we're looking at money, we're looking at dollar signs. But how do we switch that to where we can be coming from a giving standpoint, right? It's hard in the beginning, trust me. But there's ways that we can kind of do the two things side by side. If we need to make money fast, there's ways that we can do that. We can go get a job. We can get a part-time job. We can offer to do odd jobs. We can sell stuff on eBay. There's a lot of ways we can make that money short term. But what is the long term? And that's really what I like to focus on. But I think when you're doing it from a place of giving, it becomes so much easier. I'm here right now with you guys. There's nothing for me to sell you right now. Okay. There's nothing for me to sell you. And I understand that I'm not making any money by doing this, but I'm actually creating very just good relationships and goodwill in the market by doing this. And I genuinely want to do it. So that comes across to you guys that I'm here to help and serve you guys. And down the line, if you guys go through an affiliate link or you join Brand Creators Academy or you come to an event or whatever, that can all happen later. But that's not the goal of today. Today is about building relationships and just really helping and serve. Josh, looking forward to building my skill set and slowly build the freedom to explore things that interest me and not have to worry about income from a 9 to 5. That's pretty well detailed. I love that. I love this part here. I want to highlight this. I want to underscore it. Looking forward to building my skill set. Let's think about that for a second. That mental thing that you just said in your brain is coming from a place of not the goal of making money, building the skill set. That right there will bring in money. It will open doors. It will open opportunities. If we focus on that first and get excited about the process, I've said this before, if we can get excited about the process, you're building skill sets during that process. And when we do that, we're like building a future-proof us. Like there's nothing that will stand in our way because we're building skill sets, right? So I love that you said that. And yes, I agree with you 100%. Excited about posting content, planting seeds to see what grows. You know what I love about this too? Is you guys are excited about posting content. I'm excited about posting content. You're talking about planting seeds. I've talked about planting seeds. You guys are my people. That's why I love doing these, because we're all like thinking the same stuff, right? Like, yeah, I love it. I just wanted to highlight that. Planting seeds is a great analogy, because if we think about, like I just planted wildflowers outside, okay? I planted them in this one little area that we want to grow. It's going to take 2 months before they germinate. 2 months. I'm not going to see anything. Some of them are going to take, some of them aren't, right? And that's how you have to look at your business. There's seeds that you're planting right now that are not going to see daylight, okay? They aren't going to pop through the ground for 2 months, 4 months, or maybe they never come up above because, well, maybe that piece of content just didn't resonate, or maybe it didn't get indexed, whatever. That's why we got to broadcast more seeds, right? So it's always about the long term, and you got to have patience and you got to be persistent. You have to, and you have to constantly be taking action, as I've said 1,000 times, probably more than that. Excited about my building my blog, especially since I'm passionate about my niche, which is awesome. Already set up the goal to write 1 article a week and actually doing it. That's a round of applause right there. If we were in that coffee shop together right now, which we are virtually, we're in our own coffee shop, that right there is a take action moment for you, because I believe that one step of you committing to that and then doing that is going to create that momentum. And a year from now, you're going to look back and go, wow, I remember posting that and saying, I was excited about doing that. And now look how far I've come because you took that one action. So I love that, Rebecca. That's great. Estela, I'm new to e-com, excited about all the new skills I'm learning and experiencing everything from scratch, hoping it leads to a new business. Okay, let's not hope. Let's do. Okay, we can manufacture anything we want. It's your choice. The one thing that I would warn you about, pick a business model and focus on that type of business model. If you're going to dabble in a business model here, a business model here, a business model here, a business model here, you're going to be focusing on different, you're going to be driving like 5 different cars, right? You can't keep your eye on all of the roads that you're traveling down, right? You can't, it's impossible. So you mentioned here, I'm new to e-com, and e-com has kind of been coined as it's like physical products. It doesn't have to be. E-commerce could be just anything being sold online. But when I hear e-com, that's physical products generally, because that's what people, they kind of refer to it as. So again, just pick whatever business model is right for you right now, that feels right to you, and then go with that. There's a ton of different ways that will work, but you got to pick one and you got to focus on it for, some time. You can't just, do it for a day or a week or a month and go, oh, it didn't work. I'm excited about this thing over here now, right? So just be careful on that. Love that analogy. Robin, what's that? The wildflowers? Yeah. Okay. Jim, looking forward to building a new business with another entrepreneur I met at the Baller conference. That's awesome, Jim. That is really, really cool. So you're going to have to keep me posted on that, because I love to hear how those connections are made. There's been so many connections that have been made from that event. And I'm just super excited that you did that. So that's awesome. So keep me posted on that, Jim. Jennifer, I use the garden seeds and manure as a growth and learning analogy frequently. Yeah, well, that's what we got to do sometimes. All right, I got another thing for you. All right, so now that we kind of identified what's gotten us excited, what are we pumped up about, right? And if you were pumped up about something a year ago or 6 months ago or even 3 years ago, and now you're not as pumped up anymore. You're just kind of like, I know there's something new. There's something there's something that's calling me. There's something that's pulling me in this direction. I know this because it's happening to me right now, and I'm going to be announcing it Monday, May 11th. Or if you're here, I might be, let's see, Saturday morning or maybe Sunday morning. I haven't decided yet. One of those mornings, I'm going to announce it here and talk to you guys as far as why I decided to do this and what I struggled with. So make sure you're part of the coffee crew. All right. Make sure that I should probably give you that little link there, shouldn't I? It's theamazingseller.com/coffee crew. And that will take you to Messenger. You will sign up to be notified when we go live here on Facebook. YouTube, you'll get your own notifications, but this here is mainly for Messenger. So, and all that will happen there is you'll get notifications that I'm going live, or anything about Coffee Talks or the morning crew. You'll get that. So make sure that you do that if you're interested. Mark says, I like your shirt. Thank you. So there's going to be some new shirts coming too about this new thing. Really excited about the designs, the colors. It's going to be amazing. All right. So anyway, I can't keep, I want to give it away, but I can't. Just realized I was listening to yesterday's recording, thought I was experiencing extreme deja vu. Mike Smiley. Yeah, dude, man, we're here. We're talking about something. Yesterday was faceless brand stuff. All right, cool. So let's do this now. Let's move into this. And this is another important exercise that I want you to do. Okay. And this will free you. It really will. This will free you and allow you to focus more of your attention on the exciting stuff. Okay. And that will drive your business. Okay. So this next question is this is good, right? Answer this question. What do you hate doing right now? And I know hate is a strong word, but what do you just not like? What is like, oh, I got to do that. I don't want to do that. Oh, I'll do it because I know I'm supposed to. Scott says we got to be taking action, but I don't like doing that. What is that thing? What is one thing right now that you just dread doing? What is one thing? Like, what is one thing that's just coming to the surface? I said that and you're like, oh, there's that. Yep, I know that. Or what is something that just, it seems like you're not aligned with it anymore. Maybe you were, but you're not anymore. Right. And the thing that I'm changing, it's not that I hated it. It's just, it wasn't where I seen myself in 3 to 5 years. Right. So because of that, I needed to course correct. All right. So you're going down this road and then all of a sudden 3 to 5 years down the road, you're like, I've learned a lot. I've got other skill sets now. I've got different interests, or my interests have evolved and it's over there now, but I'm going here. So what do I got to do? I got to go, I got to turn it this way. I got to start going down that path. Right. So it's not always a hard pivot or a really sharp pivot. It could just be just a slight pivot, and that's fine. But what is something right now that's just not feeling good to you? And that's just feeling like you got to have a change so you can wake up in the morning and be fired up and energized to do this stuff that you're working on, or self-care or whatever, right? What is that? Okay. Let me know in the comments. I want to see and what you guys are dropping in here. Troy says corporate America. Okay. So that's a big one in a sense, right? It's not like one task, right? And that's fine. The corporate America thing for a lot of people is because, number one, you're dealing with somewhat of politics of the corporate world, right? Management, whatever, company, policies, red tape, whatever. Also, you're under the thumb of a company, or you don't have the freedom and flexibility of your schedule. And it's funny because I've got a good friend of mine who also, and Troy, I know that you're in the pharmaceutical world, and he is as well, manager. Like, and he can't really just go, you know what? I'm going to go in and I'm going to tell them I'm going to take a week off, 2 months from now or a month from now. If it's not open and there's no one to cover, he can't do that. Like, to me, that's crazy, but it is what it is, right? Good company he's working for, and they got it set up for a decent retirement and stuff, right? As long as the market holds true. But you're held to that, which sucks, right? So I get it. I've never been in corporate. I've been, under the thumb of a company, but never corporate, right? So your driver, Troy, your driver and anyone else is you need to define really, really deep. What is the reason why you don't like that? What is it stopping you from doing, right? I'm actually going to be doing a presentation for Steve Chu's event. That's coming up this Thursday night. I'm going to actually do it there live. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here on one of these morning coffee talks, and I will I'll probably break it up into 2 because it'll be probably 25 minutes each. I've got 2 exercises I'm going to run through with them. And one of them is really defining your true why. And then from there, getting it crystal clear. So if you want to escape like the 9 to 5 or the grind or the corporate America, you need to have that strong, like, there it is. I'm going to go to work, even though I might not like this stuff over here right now. I'm excited to do this over here to get out of this, right? And so that's it. But yeah, you bring up a great point there. Let's see here. Mark, I have my own e-commerce and I'm overwhelmed. We are ridiculous busy. I don't like doing customer service. All right, right there. Customer service. Why are you still doing customer service? Let's eliminate that, right? Let's take that one thing. So I'm glad that you identified one thing, because you said basically you're in e-commerce, you're overwhelmed. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out what are the things that you just are doing, but you shouldn't be doing, right? There is someone that you can probably hire to do your customer service. It might take you a little bit of time to get that person up to speed, but it's going to be well worth the investment of time for you to do that, to offload that. All right. You might trade a little bit of profit, but your world is going to be so much just easier, and you're going to be able to be excited about what you want to work on in your business. So I'm sure there's something in that business that you're like, if I could just spend all day doing this, it would be amazing, right? That's the one thing you should be doing. The other thing you shouldn't be doing. And you have a business, so you're bringing in some cash. Let's take a little bit of that and let's get some customer service support here for you. Okay. That's what I would say. Salam, video editing. You don't like doing it. You need to hire that out then. You don't have to do it. Okay. You can find people to do it. Fiverr, you can find people there for $15-20 that can edit a video. Karen, writing blogs. When I make money, I'm hiring a writer. Yes. And I would say do that sooner than later. But to your point, in the beginning, you may need to do that. But you can probably even find someone locally, maybe someone else that's out of work or whatever, and that's a good writer. Offer to pay them $15 or $20 to write an article for you when you would normally pay $40. It's great for them and it's good for you. Mike says Amazon. Yeah, well, that's a big one, right? That's a big thing. So and I think with what you're saying is Amazon is the problem for you, or the thing that you don't really like. I get it. How do you diversify so you're not dependent on that? That's what I'd be, kind of considering. Sorting through a picture to include in my blog post. Oh, I see. So to try to sort through pictures to include in your blog post, if that's not your specialty, you could hire someone that basically goes through and finds images, or even goes and they have their own royalty-free site that they use images because they're better at it, right? So we have to look at our own strengths and our weaknesses, and it's okay. I don't like doing, the writing of a blog post, so I hire it out, right? I've got 2 brands right now. We're building inside of Brand Creators Academy. I haven't written one piece of content, and there's between the 2 brands right now, there's over 230 articles, all written by someone else, not me. Okay. So you can definitely do it. I don't want to write. If I had to sit here and think I had to write a new article every week at 2,000 words, I would dread it. It'd be like a school term paper for me. Okay. So I don't do that. I'm not excited about that. Am I excited about jumping on here in the morning and hanging out with you guys? Yeah. Right. So you got to find those things that light you up. E-commerce wise, backlinks, SEO, trying to learn, totally new. Again, that is something you can learn right now. You could totally hire that out, Troy. You can also just hire someone out right now. You can go on Fiverr probably and say, optimize blog post, and you can find someone there. Like whatever that thing is that you don't want to learn and you don't want to do, you don't have to. There's people out there that will do it for you. So again, we want to, and you would be better off just to hit record on the video and you keep shooting videos, right? And then you have the other stuff done. Let's see, Torsten, my job, I am a window cleaner. Okay. Well, if that's the thing that you don't like, then we got to figure out a plan and a strategy to get you out of that. So we have to reverse engineer backwards. So, you have to say to yourself, how much am I making? What do I need? What do I need to, hold on one second. I got a call coming through here that we got to disengage. There we go. So basically what you need to do is you need to reverse back what it is, right? So it's like, okay, I'm making $50,000 a year. How much is that per month? How much is that per day? And how can I create a business that would sustain that, right? So we got to work backwards. But you have that clear thing. And then from there, the other thing that would be something that you would want to do is figure out what is going to be the motivator. Yes, to leave your job as being a window cleaner, maybe, but what is that going to free you up to do, right? And so you got to think about that stuff. Let's see here. What about Amazon? I'm not sure if that was, I think maybe that's what you're saying too, is like Amazon FBA. Yeah. Okay. So you guys are kind of saying like, yeah, if Troy says freedom, Scott, freedom. I'll be on the Seller Summit. Nice. Who are you using to write your articles? We actually have multiple writers. We found three of them on iWriter.com. And then I believe we have 2 that we found through Upwork. And I also have found them on FreeUp. So you have to figure out where your writers are hanging out more. I've found some on iWriter, some on, there's Text Broker. The other one is Upwork, FreeUp, but it is going to depend on the market that you're in. So let's see here. I'm thinking about building a membership content site with ghost.org. Is WordPress better? WordPress is great if you're going to do a membership content site. I like to have a platform that is dedicated to that. So we use Kajabi. There's other ones out there. There's Teachable. Even Gumroad has a feature there that you can use, which is really stripped down and basic. But I've used WordPress with a membership plugin. I don't like it because I have to worry about hosting. I got to worry about updates. I got to worry about all that stuff. When you have a membership site, you don't want to worry about all the technical side. You just want to worry about content. So we use Kajabi for that. How many pages did you write when you started writing your book? Well, it depends on which book we're talking about. If we're talking about the Take Action Effect, this one here, I personally wrote, as far as like outlining and kind of mapping things out. And then what I did with that is I went and recorded a lot of my content because it's easier for me, and then transcribed, and then started to, kind of like, outline and frame and move things around. So it wasn't really like a page count. It was more of like outline and then record sections. And then from there, transcribe and then edit and then move stuff around and then re-edit. So a lot of that stuff. So that helped me get started. Estela, I love my job, work with disabled adults, but hate that my staff call off all the time. Every time they call, I have to do my job and theirs. And thank you for clearing up ecom. Wasn't aware it wasn't specifically just for products. Yeah. Sounds like you love your job. I guess the problem in your job is relying on other people. And I'm not sure you're ever going to fix that, to be honest with you, unless you are like the owner of the company, because then it's your job to find the right people. But it sounds like you have a great job and something you love. And maybe I'm just thinking outside the box here. Maybe your market that you're going to help with is helping disabled adults, right? Maybe that's your website and your blog and your content because you're in it day in and day out. So how can you help people that maybe are caring for people that are disabled adults, right? Like, so, that's what I would say there, but just some random thoughts. Rebecca, what should I watch out for when giving someone on Fiverr access to my WordPress account? I need help setting it up properly. You don't want to give them anything other than an editor's access. When they have an editor access, I believe it's editor or maybe it's contributor, but it doesn't allow them to do anything other than to write and post. They can't delete posts. They can't do any of that stuff. They can write it. They can draft it. They can schedule it. So you wouldn't want to give them full admin rights to that. Did you use Gumroad for your book to build list? No, I used Gumroad a while ago 5 years ago, when we first launched Private Label Classroom, which is no longer a thing. It was for about 3 years, and then we changed it to Ecom Business Formula, and then we went into Brand Creators Academy. So see how everything kind of evolves. But Gumroad is great just to get it up and running. They handle the digital, back and forth as far as like giving people the resources that they signed up to get. So Gumroad is just simple and easy. It does have some limitations though. When you started, did you do things that you did not like to save financially? How long before you hired? Yeah, I did a lot. I've done almost everything. Built my own websites, Flash website, HTML, learned it, Dreamweaver, all of that stuff because I had to. I didn't have the money to do any of that stuff. So I learned it all myself, and it was a slower process, a lot of late nights, long hours that didn't really result in a lot of results right away, but I learned a ton, but I had to do it. So that is, sometimes in the beginning, you do have to do things that you don't 100% love. But if we can find the things that are, number one, going to drive results and move the needle and focus on those, then you're just going to be happy you're doing it. And when you can have someone else do it, do that thing that you're not great at or that you don't like to do, then it becomes even better, right? But in the beginning, you may have to do that, right? You may have to do that, okay? All right, we're going to be wrapping up here, but I'm going to answer this one here. What do you use now for your brand book? Oh, this guy here. This is our playbook. And this here is delivered through, I believe we're using ClickFunnels for this one. Oh, actually, I take that back. We're using Kajabi now. We were using ClickFunnels. So basically, this here it's a digital book that you can print, but it's 107 pages, so it's pretty good size. Really, really good for building a brand and the everything that goes into it. We actually give that to all of our Brand Creators Academy members. But that is delivered through Kajabi. So basically in Kajabi, you can also build sales pages and funnels and all of that stuff. We were using ClickFunnels. We're starting to migrate out of ClickFunnels. We're almost all the way out. So everything is pretty much stripped down. Kajabi is our delivery mechanism for that. Let's see. What do you think about using Shopify to send out blog posts to your content? I think it's fine. I mean, just pick a platform and use it. We use WordPress because it's so universal and the plugins are pretty extensive. And then when we're teaching it, we want people to also be able to use what we're using. Is the book free? This one isn't. This is $4.99. I know, a whopping $5. But this is the exact playbook that we're giving to all of our Brand Creators Academy members, and it's what we require them to go through. But I do have a free resource, and that is the Brand Growth Validation Checklist, which can be found at this address, brandcreators.com. So if you go there, you'll find our free resources, and that will be updated on a regular basis. So right there, you can get our Brand Growth Validation Checklist. I think it's around 6 or 7 pages, which will help you as well. The Brand Creators book is this one right here, Brand Creators book, right there. So this here will get you everything that we go through when building a brand, when validating a brand, when figuring out content, when figuring out monetization, diversification, all that stuff is in that book. But again, I don't want this to be a sales pitch for the book. So go get the free one, brandcreators.com. All right. All right. Let me see here. Let's wrap this up, guys. Let's see. Estela, originally, I wanted to focus on service for disabled adults, also very interested in elder care. When I did validation, it wasn't widely searched by people. There was a few Facebook support groups, but that was about it. Well, I think, yeah, you'd have to figure out the angle. I mean, there's a lot of elderly care out there. There's, retirees and activities and stuff like that. So there's definitely an angle there. I don't have the time right now to kind of go through that, but there's definitely an angle. I would definitely say go through the Brand Growth Validation Checklist, and I'm sure that you'll probably identify some areas there that you can go into. Hassan says, yes, it's a great book. Thanks, Hassan. I appreciate that. And then either ebook or physical book. Okay, so these are ebooks, but I basically want you guys to print these out. So even if you download this, I want you to print it out. I want you to get it bound. And the reason why I have people say, well, Scott, why don't you just sell the physical book? I did. And then I had so many problems with people being able to get it overseas or just getting it from here to California. And then it was like, they just wanted it digitally and decided themselves that they wanted it printed. So I said, you know what? Let me just do it that way. And so that's what we've done now. But I require, you don't have to, but I do want you to print it out, because when you print it, it becomes really something that you can use and you can thumb through and you can go through and go, oh, okay, I see it. There's the screenshot. Let me go ahead and make notes. Let me highlight things. Let me earmark this here. And, so that's why the physical book is really, really powerful. So we go into just a lot of great detail in here. I'm just trying to get to a spot here. So, I detail out the, kind of like the process for, for building out, little mini funnels and stuff as far as an email autoresponder and stuff like that. So everything is detailed out in that. But like I said, I'm not here to promote the book. Let's see here. Is there still a market for Amazon blog business? I think what you mean is for like Amazon associate products, or That's what, at least what I think you are. I would never build. I never would have, even before this whole Amazon change in their affiliate commissions. I never, ever would recommend building a niche site that is solely reviewing Amazon products, because of just what happened is the reason why I wouldn't ever advise that. Now, would I still do it as far as like an extra revenue stream? Absolutely. But there's other affiliate programs out there that you can build products around too and do very, very well. Let's see. Mike says, I printed mine on a 3-hole punch paper, one side only, and then put it into a notebook so I can write notes on the opposite pages. That's awesome. Mike, do me a favor. Can you take a picture of that with you with the book? I would love to see that. And then we can show other people what it looks like to get that thing printed. All right. For teachers, informational, I meant for teachers. Is there a market for Amazon blog businesses? I think what you mean is for teaching Amazon. I don't recommend it. I'm not, I was kind of teaching like the Amazon side of things. I'm not doing that anymore. It's part of our business model. We're still using that as a channel, but I wouldn't start something right now and just all we're going to do is talk about information around Amazon. I don't want to be playing on rented land. Like basically that's kind of what I'm saying there. Salma, favorite affiliate programs, ClickBank for digital. I think that we're not utilizing digital products, which pay more, by the way. And you can get up to 50%, 75% commissions on those, and sometimes recurring. So that's what I would say there. All right, guys, that is going to wrap up this coffee talk. But guys, listen, if you want to become part of the morning crew, the Take Action morning crew, go ahead and visit that link, theamazingseller.com/coffee crew. And you'll be notified that when we go live, this way here, you don't miss out on our coffee talks, and you'll be officially part of our Take Action morning crew. And like I said, I got a lot more stuff coming, and I am super excited to share it with you guys. And if you guys have any questions, or if you guys have anything that you want discussed on a future coffee talk, drop it in the comments down below. I would be more than happy to answer them and really just engage with you to help you get out there and just really create the business that's going to support your lifestyle. We're here to inspire you, motivate you, and get you to take massive action. That's what it's all about. All right, guys. So that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.